Hello, how are you? How's everybody doing? So look, this is my first video on the new product that we have developed. It's called the BCB Trust. Bring Civilization Back Trust by LEGroup. LEGroup, Law and Exports. Be part of it. Deposit here and send us an email. The deposit's on the link that's below on the comments section of this video. Alright, so the thing is, I've been posting some videos for the past few months, and usually all of them they take about like 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, 2 hours, and now they're a bit more short. So now I'm doing only 10 minutes videos, and so I'm going to just explain a little bit of my story and explain what's going on everything I do, so we can go by step and understand the whole thing. All right. So first of all, my name is Augustin, and I'm on LEGroup. Best price. We do exports, this sales for export, international sales. So that means why I do so many business and why I always all over the world. Last year was in India, Thailand, like everywhere. The reason now, number one, why we're doing bring civilization back. The thing is that I work with sales, I work with commercial, so I do the sales, I do the intersection between reality and the dream, so I do between a production and the public. So I am always half belonging to an enterprise, half belonging to the market. So I'm all the time talking to clients and customers and relatives about things I'm doing, I'm selling, so I always connected to what's going on the mainstream, on the public. And on this this situation, I come to a lot of conclusions about how's the market going. So that's my niche. That's my forte. I know what's the market, and I tune it up some products, and I know what product it's going to be a good one. It's going to be selling. Okay. So I've been doing this for 26 years. So I started when I was only 16 years old. And I was selling encyclopedias and auto parts and building materials, and now I am doing food. So I'm doing the food business for like 12 years, and all over the world. I've done the Muslim market, the Arab Christians, like everywhere, America, USA, Japan, like everywhere. So on this, there's a lot of things that have been happening to me, especially in the past 2 years. So that's the reason why we have created the BCB Trust, and why I am creating this new soap opera. So I'm going to be telling the story every day, and with videos that are not going to be longer than 10 minutes. That's why I was advised to, with something that, number one, everybody who knows me and knowing that I work with this for so long, with advertising, publicity, sales, it's like I disagree on making videos and posting them on an online broadcast. So that's one of the number one things. Maybe one day I'll do a video to talk about that. But that's what everybody's doing. So here I am again. That also justifies why it took me so long to be creating videos, because I got that suggestion several times from my friends and relatives that I should do a YouTube channel. But it never fits my mind, like why I would create contents for a company for free, expecting somebody to see my contents and then starts to advertise. But that's how the market is going. So that's what I'm doing, as like everybody else is doing. So I believe nowadays, if I don't create videos on YouTube, it's like not using electricity. Okay, so let's do electricity. I like candles better. Okay, let's go electricity. Okay? So number one thing, I do sales, okay, and I have had a lot of problems recently, and especially for the past 2 years, and the market has changed a lot, and being around everybody, I see how it has changed. And one of the things it has changed is that there is a huge demand for sales guys, but there is a crazy dispute for the costs. So I don't know if it's because there's way too much internet all over the world. I don't know if it's because there's so many emails. I do not know if it's because Google tells you that if you start a Gmail account, you'll be like all over the world. You can do everything you want. Or for whatever, if maybe it's economic, there's less money in the market or more. So for some reason, for us to get paid is being like really crazy. I started my career 20 years ago when I was selling the encyclopedias, and the cost would be huge, and we would be working for so many hours talking about the product, the quality, how is it done, how it's not done, who makes it, and at the very end we would mention the cost and the price, and make a payment. And on these hours of conversation talking about a product, I'll be trying to identify if that client was ready to buy, if the client was a decision maker, and then at some point I'll close the deal and receive the payment. And if on that process I would understand that this client was not ready to purchase, I would maybe just finish the conversation and go talk to the next customer. But now in 2020, it's the opposite. I start my conversations talk about payment and price. Are you paying? Are you not paying? Can you pay? Can you pay? Because there's such a demand of inquiries and leads. But I need to be interviewing all of them to understand if they're really buying, or if they're really paying or not. So this is the big thing that's going on now on this sale, and on this profession, which is my profession, and which is the one that I would try to really organize and see, okay, what's coming next. Because we have a huge demand of work, because every time I start to talk to a customer, they do not want to hang up. They want to be talking and talking and talking. So there's this massive need of a human, of a person talking. But then on the other hand, the customer does not understand that there is a cost. And there is even like a problem when they see it's a person I have to pay. And it's not a machine. It's not something anonymous like a chain of food. I'm not buying from this anonymous chain. I'm not buying from this anonymous name. I'm buying from this person, from this man. And this man seems to be very healthy, seems to be rich, seems to reach good food, seems to be traveling. So this must be expensive. So how can I talk to this guy, use this guy, and get rid of the costs? So this has been the drama of my life for the past 2 years especially. There is a real career. That's the reason that I created LEGroup. I created LEGroup in 2008. And one of the reasons was to get paid, was to really how to manage to get my payments and how to get that done. And it's been an adventure. I've been traveling all over the world, trying to find credit and to collect payments, trying to find customers and suppliers that they would just pay for my service, and also manage a lot of times ego feelings, because when I'm selling something, they'll be like, why they're buying from this guy and they're not buying from me? So it's been a very challenging time for everybody who works with sales, and I believe this will be the most interesting part for anybody who's also a sales guy, and I do exports and everything. I speak 4 languages. I speak Italian, speak Portuguese, Spanish. I speak other languages. So I'll be telling all the stories and go from there. So look, stay tuned and have in mind our new product, okay, which is BCP, Bring Civilization Back. Bring Civilization Back, the main concept is try to develop a solution through this need, which is how can we do commerce on a civilized way, that I can invite a customer for dinner, that I can openly tell my client, no, it's produced by this family, that they live here, and I'll be safe, that my client's not going to jump off the phone and call my client the next day, my supplier the next day, say, look how I've been talking to this guy, and can you do it cheaper so we don't have to pay him? Can we do? Can we take him out of this negotiation so we don't need to do this cost? I have already been serviced with all the information. Thank you very much. But is that any way we don't pay this guy? So that's what's been doing. But I believe it's that's why I call it civilized, because at the same time we have a huge demand. Who does not want to go to dinner with a client? And you know, I started my career in the 90s, and in the 90s I remember I went to the Grimaldi. It's the captain of this boat, is the steamship line. It was fantastic. Everybody was so happy, and everybody misses those times. So let's hope the good times come back. Let's hope the civilization's back. So bring back civilization. Bring civilization back, and that's the trust. And that's a cost that we need to talk about it. And LEGroup, law and exports, best price. There's a lot of slogans. Okay, so look, stay tuned and let's talk the next chapter. But I hope it's going to be pretty quick. All right. So okay. All right. Cheers.